Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Polk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They come for reasons they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children, longing for the past. They sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baseline. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers, and erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Braves coming. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff. I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. All of Ohio loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball!
Good evening, boys and girls. Getting ready for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play. Classic Call Radio Baseball. And it's an American League West showdown today. As soon as the 3D kicks in, we will bring it to you. Leading off for the Mariners today, it's going to be Young at second. Julio Rodriguez, the DH, is batting second. Canzoni is in right field and batting third. Rosarena is in left and batting cleanup. Naylor batting fifth and at first. Rayleigh is in center and batting sixth. Garver is behind the plate. Batting seventh, J.P. Crawford is at third today. And batting eighth, Emerson is the shortstop. He's batting ninth. For the Rangers, it'll be Jock Peterson leading off for the Texas Rangers, the designated hitter. Batting second, Langford in left. Duran batting third at short. Brandon Nimmo batting cleanup and in right field. Carter batting fifth and in center. Berger batting sixth at first. Lopez batting seventh at second. Smith batting eighth. He's at third. And Diaz is batting ninth. He's behind the plate. George Kirby coming onto the mound for the Mariners today. He's 8-8 with a 3.57 ERA, 116 innings pitched and 104 punch-outs. And Kumar Rocker, 3-8, 4.13 ERA, a 1.31 WHIP, 96 innings, 86 strikeouts. Calling balls and strikes today behind the plate, it's Derek Thomas. Marvin Hudson is at first. Second base will be manned by Trip Gibson. And down the third base line, it's Nick Marley. We are just a moments away from first pitch. Once again, as soon as they kick in the 3D, we will bring it to you. Seattle, a game and a half behind Texas, 52-54 in the year. Rangers, 53-52. Texas, 27-25 at home. The Mariners are 22-31 on the road. The Mariners are a slight favorite, minus 123 on the money line. Texas, plus 114. Couple of notables here. Looks like Cal Raleigh's not going to be in the lineup today. Of course, he's having a down season for folks that haven't paid attention to it. 60 home runs last year. He is going through it this year. He's having an Austin Riley type of year. Cal Raleigh is much worse than Austin Riley. Batting 165 with 10 home runs. He got hot for a little bit, but he's just not the same player he was. Something is falling off for Raleigh. You think you're frustrated watching Austin Riley and Hassan Kim hit. Imagine having a guy who hit 60 last year and should have been the MVP of the American League. He got hosed on that deal. But he ends up now 165 after the All-Star break, a little over halfway through the season. And just 10 home runs. And I remember beginning of the year, people were talking about that being a possibility that he may end up having a down year, but I don't think anybody expected this kind of backspin. Slight delay getting this game going. Not really sure why, but they are now starting to hit the field, so that's why the 3D has not kicked in yet. Texas Rangers are wearing their home whites. Rangers across the chest in blue, outlined in red. Blue ball cap, the white tee representing the state of Texas, outlined in red. Kumar Rocker firing his final warm-up tosses. We are just about set. See, they're showing the 3D. Let me see if it actually ignites. Sometimes it has to, we get a delay. There we go. Seattle Mariners are wearing their road navies, gray pants. Seattle's across the chest in silver, outlined in a blue-green teal. Would be the best way to describe it. Of course, they'll have their patented S across the cap. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call of radio baseball. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in the American League, and the first pitch on the way to Cole Young as Kumar kicks and fires, is swatted down the line foul. It's 0-1. Down in front. What are you doing, umpire? Here you go. Righty-lefty matchup. Cole Young, the batter, infield back and to the right. The 0-1 pitch. Turns and kicks. Misses high and outside. And it's 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Rocker comes set. Brings it. Swing. That ball's lifted high. Not very deep. Right field coming in, making the easy catches. Brandon Nimmo out there in shallow right, and there's one away. What you'll get from Kumar Rocker today is a 5-pitch mix. He throws a slider 38% of the time, sinker 30, cutter 15, four-seamer at 12% of the time, and a changeup, to keep you honest, at 6% of the time. Righty-righty Julio Rodriguez, the batter. First pitch high and inside. Little brushback action. It's 1-0. On deck is Canzone. The 1-0 pitch. Swing chopped on the ground over to short. Should be an easy play. Duran to Berger. And 6-3, 2 down. Two up, 2 down, and Canzone, Dan Canzone coming to the plate. Canzone. Righty, lefty, first pitch. And drifts a slider across. It's 0-1. Canzone, 16 home runs on the year, batting .260. The 0-1. Swing, punches it backwards. It's 0-2. Despite what you see on your screen as it fouls back, the roof is closed today in Texas. The 0-2 pitch. Rocker looking in. Diaz giving the sign. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. So just like that, inning number 1 is in the books. We go to the bottom of the first. Texas and Seattle will be back in a flash.
Didn't get the memo that layers upon layers of clothes wouldn't be enough for the
go to a place where your exes can't go. I chose the high limit slots. They're broke! All of my exes are broke.
If you take too long to tell me a story, I'm done. I'm done. My ADHD won't allow it. I've already figured it out what you were going to say 2 minutes ago. Every scenario, I've covered all bases. You don't even have to finish the story now. I've already moved on to something else. I'm thinking about what I got to do tomorrow.
For Pete's sake, where does that saying come from? That's been around early 1900s, I guess, about 1908. And it's just another way of politely blaspheming. Instead of saying for Christ's sake, they use a term for St. Peter, St. Pete's sake instead. That's basically where it comes from.
You're a bus driver. You have 40 passengers with you. 20 of them are wearing a green shirt. 20 of them are wearing a red shirt. What color is the bus driver's shirt?
Well, I don't know.
Red Barber told everybody he had it going while it was going on, avoiding what he called superstitions. I'm not a purveyor of superstitions. He told people, again, reporting there was a no-hitter intact. And then one of the most famous defensive plays in World Series history, the great catch by Al Gianfrido to rob Joe DiMaggio of extra bases.
2 men out, last of the ninth. The pitch swung on. There's a drive hit out toward the right field corner. Henrik is going back. He can't get it. It's off the wall for a base hit. Here comes the tying run, and here comes the winning run. Friends, they're killing Lavagetto, his own teammates. They are beaten into pieces, and it's taken a police escort to get Lavagetto away from the Dodgers.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love you.
Jock Peterson will lead it off here for the Texas Rangers. First pitch on the way from George Kirby is a sweeper on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Turns and kicks, swing, fouls it away, and it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Swing, pops it backwards. 98 miles an hour coming in, and it's 0-2 once again. Infield playing back into the right, the outfield deep and straight away. The 0-2 from George Kirby. Just misses down and away, 1-2. One-two count. Turns and kicks, swing, lifted, high, deep, going back on the track, and that is just going to clear the wall. It is 1-0 Rangers. 418 feet, deepest part of the ballpark, and he slices it for a one-run lead for Texas. One nothing your score. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch sinker. Wyatt Langford, the batter, takes it upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. George Kirby is the 0-1 pitch. Swing, pop up. Four-seamer back behind the plate. It's 0-2. George Kirby will come in with a 7-pitch mix, but it's really 5 that he primarily leans on. He throws the four-seamer 29% of the time, as well as the sweeper. Sinker 21, curve 10 and the changeup 7%. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the four-seamer upstairs, and there's one away. He'll also mix in a cutter and slider to keep you honest at a total of 4% of the time. So though he does have 6 pitches, it's really those top 4 that he uses the most. Righty-righty matchup for you Braves fans. First pitch on the way. Swing. Rolls it up the shortstop's way, and it's a 6-3 one hopper. Just gets the runner in time. Good hustle there down the line by Duran. 2 down. Ronald Acuna Jr. has been activated off the IL. He's expected to be in the lineup tonight. Be interesting to see where they put him. There's been a lot of speculation that they would keep Drake at the top of the lineup and move Acuna down. I'll be honest with you. I would just assume have Acuna lead off. When you look at the fact that he's a free swinger, if he gets on, he's going to want to run. You don't have Drake clogging up the base paths if he gets on, is the first pitch upstairs. Or a strike, it's on 1. And Drake did a great job beginning of the year batting number 2 right behind Acuna, so I don't know why you'd want to mess with what has already worked. I think some of these riders try to overthink things. The 0-1 pitch. Upstairs misses high, 1-1. They were asking, like, how would you lay it out? And just to break up the monotony of all the left-handers, I would go Acuna, Drake. I would still put Olsen and Drake back-to-back because lefty-righty doesn't seem to affect them as much. Give me Ozzie batting 4th behind Olsen, and then Harris batting 5th. Is the swing and a miss upstairs, it's 1-2. And that way you can't bring a lefty in to just wipe out Drake, Olsen, and Harris in the later innings. The 1-2 pitch swing, rifled up the middle. Brandon Nemo's got a base hit. That's going to be a long single. He's going to try to turn it into 2, and he will get there. A stand-up double with 2 outs for the Rangers.
Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
Good piece of hitting there by the
Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
I've always said this in a complimentary way, but he's a very annoying hitter, Brandon Nemo. He doesn't give up at bats. He'll go in. He'll fight the counts. I'm just glad he no longer plays with the Mets. Righty-lefty matchup. Evan Carter, the batter, first pitch swinging. Knuckle curve down and in. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing, rips it over to first, but it's a line drive out. Atom ball, L3 in your scorecard. Naylor there, and that'll end the inning. But not before Jock Peterson goes yard. We'll be back in a flash. 1-0 Rangers here on Braves Country Radio's doubleheader.
One flavor has to go. Chocolate. This is easy. It's not a debate. Get rid of chocolate. Strawberry and vanilla, perfectly fine. Chocolate, I don't know a single person who likes chocolate ice cream. I have not seen anyone eat chocolate ice cream in years. The last time I saw somebody eat chocolate ice cream was maybe like elementary school when we had those ice cream parties. And while we're on the topic, can we just discontinue Neapolitan ice cream in general? Nobody wants this. The people who like vanilla ice cream like vanilla ice cream. The people who like strawberry ice cream, an extremely underrated flavor, they like strawberry ice cream. And the people who like chocolate ice cream, y'all stay away from me. No matter where you scoop, you're going to taste everything, and I don't want that. If I don't like my food to touch, what makes you think I want my flavors mixing? And then it's ice cream, so it's all going to just melt together anyway. If you don't finish this all in one sitting, it's just going to be a big hodgepodge of melted flavors that nobody wants. Chocolate has to go.
What are you doing to Yogi? And it wasn't right, but he took it like a man. But inside, it had to be killing him. It had to be.
I called Yogi and I talked to Carmen, his wife. And she said, Yogi's upstairs crying. He said he's so upset that, losing the job and maybe having to leave the Yankees and so forth.
But cellar dweller Stengel had no complications. He was re-signed, and then came the news that the Mets had hired Yogi, who got a hefty severance check from the Yanks.
Casey Stengel swooped in and hired Yogi to help coach the Mets. They were dead last in the league, and Shea Stadium was considered a place where careers went to die.
Casey was determined this year that the Mets would not fall below last place.
Excuse me, sir, why are you a Mets fan? I'm not.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it and throw to Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
Welcome back. First pitch, righty-righty matchup. Randy Arozarena, the batter, and he'll take it right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. Rocker, Kumar type. This is pitch number 10 on the day. Upstairs inside, 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Turns and kicks, swing lifted, high, lifted deep, going back on the track. She is gone just over the warning track, very much like Jock Peterson's home run, and it's a tie ball game, 1-1. I don't know why Randy Arozarena stopped. It is a home run. He's now continuing to run the bases. I don't know why he would stop. He's been known to do some really goofy stuff over the years. But you run the bases and then you check and see if they left the building. You know what I mean? You don't stop there. So 395 feet over the right center field wall. And it's 1-1. First pitch to Josh Naylor. It's there for a strike. It's 0-1. The center fielder Carter out there banged into the wall for a second, and he was laid out, but he appears to be okay. They got back to work quickly as the 0-1 chopped foul 0-2. He just kind of smacked into the padding there. When he came down, he just kind of rolled over. I'll always remember that play Randy Arozarena back when he was with the Rays in the World Series. And I don't know how to do it justice. You just have to go and look at it sometime. It was Rays and Dodgers, and it was the goofiest base running play in the history of the World Series. But it was also the most exciting play you'll ever see. The 0-2 misses outside wide, 1-2. So a 1-2 count. We weren't doing that game. But I remember going, what are they doing? Like, what are they doing? 1-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swing chopper. Josh Naylor bangs it down the line. He's batting .258 on the year. And with that, he has 8 home runs. Man, with deceptive speed, if he gets on, he is a threat to run, though he doesn't really look like your average base hitter. Kind of a stocky build as the 1-2 down and in. Did he go around? They say he did strike 3. I'll have to take another look at that one. Don't really have any real skin in this game, but I really was looking forward to this broadcast because this is a fun game. This AL West division is going to come down to the wire between these two, and don't sleep on Houston. I expect Houston to be aggressive in the trade deadline as they normally are. They've got a chance, they go for it. Luke Raley, the batter, playing center field today for the Mariners. First pitch high and wide outside, it's 1-0. Good to see everybody in the chat. I know I saw PETA, Iron Lung, as was. There's Coco. Tree Nug is the 1-0. They're going to check this on the ABS challenge. It's called a ball. It's close. Part of the glove was in the zone, but it depends on where it. No, he did not get it right. That's what I suspected was that the ball was just outside. The glove was in the zone.
Wrong. You're wrong.
Local yokel, welcome in. I guess this is your first time in here. I thought we had seen you before. Sleepy toe. The 2-0 pitch. Swing ripped down the first base line, 2-1. No, I saw Rebecca in her earlier. Taco Tom. So Tom, did you take a winner on the game, or did you just take the over under the 2-1 pitch? Swing, slices it foul. 2-2. 2-2 count. The roof is closed. If it wasn't 98 degrees outside here in Texas, oof. The 2-2. High and outside 3-2. And even though it's a dry heat, I don't want any part of that. 98 degrees. I don't care if you stick me in a dryer, I don't want 98 degrees. No doubt 98's rougher in Florida, but even still, 3-2. Outside wide ball 4. So he'll head on down to first, and it's a 1-out walk for the Seattle Mariners. And Garver coming to the plate, the right-handed backstop. He has 4 home runs on the year, batting .178. The first pitch on the way, high and outside the zone. It's 1-0. Oh, no run in the first. I did the under in the first 5, but that's not looking good either. The 1-0 upstairs for a strike, 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it off the edge. Ball 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Called on the outer edge, 2-2. Seattle 1, Texas 1. Pitch on the way. Slider right there across the belt. Strike 3, caught looking. Backwards K in your scorecard, and there's 2 down. Righty-lefty matchup is J.P. Crawford, the batter. First pitch swings the first pitch, fouls it straight back. Four-seamer whistled to the backstop. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Just misses below the knees. Went with the slider, 1-1. 1-1 count. 1-1 your score. Aces wild, top of the second. 1 on. Rocker looking in, pitch number 30. Swing and a miss. Four-seamer. One and two. That pitch came in at 94 miles an hour. The 1-2 pitch. Rocker looking in. Slider swing lifted. High and deep into right field. Going back on the track. And that is going to be caught on the warning track by Brandon Nimmo for a loud out number 3. 1-1 your score. Seattle's on the board. We'll be back in a flash. Good old-fashioned AL West showdown here in Texas.
I hate when people say, hey, can we talk about something later? Tell me now or I'll kill both of us.
Yeah, I absolutely hate when older folks tell time like this. I can ask my daddy right now, what's the time? Guess what he gonna say? Oh, it's 5:45. Just say it's 5:75. Like, don't do too much. Don't.
Oh, my mama. I'll argue for an hour straight and then keep saying, listen, I'm not finna argue with you.
They called Irish people lazy drunks who couldn't work. But guess who actually built America? When Irish immigrants arrived in the 1800s, they weren't welcomed with open arms. Newspapers mocked them. Cartoons portrayed them as animals. Signs read, "No Irish need apply." They were blamed for crime, blamed for poverty. But here's what they were actually doing: digging canals by hand, laying railroad tracks across wilderness, building the roads, bridges, and tunnels that connected the country. Irish labor helped construct parts of the Erie Canal, worked on early rail lines, and filled the ranks of fire brigades and police departments in growing cities. They worked in mines, on docks, in factories. They were quietly building the backbone of American infrastructure.
Yes, out. And out comes Casey Stengel.
In 1968, we couldn't do anything right. Yogi is our first base coach, but he's also the hitting coach.
Art Shamsky.
One day I said to him, Yogi, I'm really struggling. You know, what should I do? And he just simply said, well, see it, hit it. I mean, don't get any more basic than that. I mean, he was right. I mean, it's a pretty simple philosophy.
He really loved to mentor younger players.
Nobody in baseball tries harder than Ron Swoboda.
One time, Mets outfielder Ron Swoboda said he was going to start using the same batting stance as Frank Robinson. And Grandpa says, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And he says, if you can't imitate him, don't copy him.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging here to start the bottom of the second inning, and Jake Berger will one pitch pop up in between home and first. J.P. Crawford underneath it. One away. 1-1 your score, Seattle and Texas. Bottom of the second inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Seattle. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Texas Rangers. First pitch upstairs, four-seam fastball. Misses high, it's 1-0. Turns and kicks. Four-seam fastball. 1-1. 1-1 count. Brings it upstairs. It's 2-1. Andrew Jones going to the Hall of Fame yesterday. We're going to replay that for you this week. Haven't figured out which day. Probably after the Wednesday game is the 2-1 pitch. Chopped on the ground, and that's going to be an error on the shortstop, Emerson. Put it down as E6 in your scorecard. Should have been an easy 6-3, but instead he boots the ball, and the Rangers have something brewing here in the bottom of the second inning. Braves and Mets play an early game on Wednesday. So if I can get it edited and tied, we'll do it after the Braves-Mets game that afternoon. First pitch swinging here, chopped on the ground. It's going to be a 4-3 put out. Good scoop and flip there by Young to Naylor. Might have had a chance over there at short, but he did the smart thing and got the easy out. They were never going to turn two. Little Nicky Lopez is standing at second. They gave him a base hit. That is a very generous call by the home scorekeep. First pitch, four-seamer upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. Probably doesn't get challenged if Kirby doesn't give up the run, but if he gives up the run, he's going to challenge that because that should have been an error. The 0-1 pitch. Kicks and fires. Inside, hit him on the hand. Got him on the wrist area. And Diaz is hopping around, see if he's okay. That's one of the worst areas to get hit by the baseball. It looked like he got him right in the wrist. Take another look at it as it went up. Let's see. Yeah, well, may have missed the wrist, but definitely hit the top of his left hand just under the knuckles. For a catcher, that's his catching hand. That could spell the end of the day for him. If it shows any kind of soreness or any kind of swelling, you can't have him catching with that hand all day long. We're testing it out right now. I'm sure he's going to try to tough it through, but on the bench for Texas, Austin Wynns would come in the game if he can't come in. As they continue to stretch his hand out. He's going to try and stay in. That doesn't always mean anything. See these guys do that, and then by the end of the inning, they're swollen up and they have to dip out. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. George Kirby fastball. That'll put anyone on the IL. Correct, Tom. He is Cal Raleigh is not starting today. It's Mitch Garver, the DH. Today is Rodriguez. I don't know if that was a question or not. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch swinging, belted. High and deep. Jock Peterson going back on the track. Are you kidding me? She is gone. Another home run by Jock Peterson, barely climbing over the wall. And it's a 3-run shot by Jock. And the Rangers lead it 4-1. Neither one of his home runs today have cleared by much. That one was a high hanger. It literally got into the first row just past the right field wall. Unbelievable. A moonshot. Kind of reminds me of some of the ones that Ozzie Albies hits. If that ball's in Truist Park, it's going to be off the wall and extra bases. Yes, he was, Peta. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Sinker outside wide. It's 1-0. He was the one that had them all wearing pearls, and he won the MVP for the NLDS back in 2021. The 1-0 pops it up. High in the sky. Underneath it is Josh Naylor. 2 down. Braves got him in a trade from the Chicago Cubs. He was the first big trade that came in. Acuna had torn his ACL, and they went out and got Jock, much more athletic back then. Today, he typically platoons in the DH. He starts against righties, but back then for Atlanta, he was in the outfield quite a bit. And that's going to end the inning as we'll go to break. We head to the top of the third. Seattle's got some work to do, trailing 4-1.
Can we start enforcing laws based on annoyance? I'll start. If you run an ad that's 10 times the volume of the show I'm watching, you're put to death.
Y'all, it's my sister's birthday. She been out all day getting her free stuff again. Happy birthday to her. Now let's take a look at what she got. So down here I see some IHOP pancakes. It looks like she got a cupcake from somewhere. What is this? A bacon cheddar cheese stick. She got some fries from Whataburgers. We got some Buffalo Wild Wings over here. Something from McDonald's off their McCafe. We got a Jimmy John's sub. We got Chipotle. How was she getting all this stuff? Because on my birthday, all I get is a free donut from Krispy Kreme. I'm clearly not living right. That Chipotle bowl over here, that's a little suspicious, because the most I get is a free side of guac. How? Chipotle, the next time my birthday comes around, instead of giving me the free guac, just give me 1,000 points. And also, why am I not getting free stuff from Popeyes on my birthday? Because I definitely earned that. Are you guys getting your free birthday snacks every year? Let me know in the comments.
I think the thing is he simplifies everything. Sometimes you overanalyze and you overthink and you hear something so simple as swinging a strike. And you're like, you know what? I keep thinking about everything else, but that really makes a lot of sense.
When Yogi joined the Mets, they were consistently losing over 100 games a year. But he helped turn them around, and in 1969, the Miracle Mets went on to win 100 games and shock the baseball world by winning the World Series, giving Yogi his 11th ring.
Amazing.
It's amazing!
Somehow these World Series follow my dad around like rabbits.
Do not tell me to come over if I gotta walk past people in the living room. Nah.
Welcome back. First pitch swinging to start the top of the third inning, and just like that, the Mariners are in business with the leadoff single, trailing 4-1 as Texas has jumped on top early, but still a long way to go. First pitch upstairs, cutter misses high. The left-handed bat of Cole Young, it's 1-0. That was Emerson, by the way, that got the base hit. The 1-0. Think about that. Kirby's going to go back and challenge that because that should have been an error, which means the inning should have been over before that home run had occurred. The 1-0 pitch, swing, roasted into right field, and he'll go first to third. And just like that, runners on the corners, nobody out. Wowza. So runners on the corners, nobody out. Julio Rodriguez down in the schoolyard, steps into the box. Bang, 253 on the year, 15 home runs. Righty-righty matchup, first pitch swinging. Blasts it down the left field line, but foul. He keeps that straight. They'd have been running for days. The 0-1. Rocker comes set, kicks and grips, swing, pops it up, fouling out of play, it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. No, he's thinking about pay dirt, but if you just get a fly ball here, you're going to cut the lead to 2, and you're only in the third inning. So 2 outs, you got to start thinking about shortening up that swing. Canzone stands on deck. Pitch on the way, swing lifted. Out to left field, and that will score the run. Dan Canzone, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. 4-2 your score. The first pitch off the plate. called for a strike. It's 0-1. Runner at first, 1 out. The infield playing back into the right, the outfield deep in. Legitimately straight away. I say straight away all the time, but they are literally straight away. Center fielder is right behind the pitchers. Pitch misses out. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. He's gone slider, sinker. Start the at bat. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Slider down and in. It's 1-2. They're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep him close by. One-two count. Swing, chopper, rolls foul down the first base side. Game one of a double dip here on Braves Country Radio tonight. Braves are at the Mets. Ron Acuna Jr. is off the IL. And it'll be Martin Perez on the mound for the Atlanta Braves. For the Mets, it'll be Thornton. And Zach Thornton, he has pitched really well just a few times up in the majors. The 1-2 pitch, swing, chops it on the ground. It's going to be a 4-6-3 inning-ending, rally-killing double play. But not before Seattle puts one on the board. 4-2, Texas turn. When we return, bottom of the third we go.
I got 2 words for you. Steve Nash and Chris Paul. Must-see TV.
That's more than 2 words.
You didn't say 2 words. You said quick to the point.
You just said I got 2 words. Steve Nash and Chris Paul must see.
See, that's why I messed up, because I was trying to think of 2 words. I could have said that. Okay.
2 words.
Nash and Paul.
That's 3 words.
That's 3 words.
If you're a man, you might think that you're showing etiquette by letting a woman go first, whether it's on the staircase, the escalator. What you might not know about our culture is that having a man behind you is seen as something uncomfortable, like being watched.
Or, now hear me out, and I know this may be a hard concept. How about when you come to America, nobody else has to adapt to your culture? How about that? How about you adapt to American culture? How about that?
On my mama. No way it's billions and billions of us and nobody got superpowers.
Upon the untimely death of Mets manager Gil Hodges, who was Yogi's dear friend, Yogi became the manager of the Mets in 1972. And in 1973, he overcame the odds once again, finds himself in the middle of a heated pennant race. The team's motto that year, "You gotta believe," embodied the underdog nature of Grandpa's persona.
The New York Mets are in first place.
Somehow, the Mets managed to overcome a 12.5 game deficit in July to win the pennant, which sent Yogi back to the World Series. Again, Yogi told the press, "I never thought we were really out of it. You're not out of it until it's mathematical." It's this last bit, "you're not out of it until it's mathematical," that ultimately evolved into his most famous quote of all time. "It ain't over till it's over." The most amazing thing about this quote is that there's no definitive proof that he ever originated that exact phrase. But it didn't matter, because as with every other aspect of his life, the myth outgrew the facts.
You told me you were interesting, but you're literally always in bed. I'm into resting.
Welcome back. First pitch is a 4-seam fastball to Duran. Drops it down the third base line, but it's going to roll foul. 0-1. The 0-1. Kirby, by the way, he's only at 27 pitches, but he's given up 4 runs. Right now, it says they're earned. I think that'll be changed later on, but nonetheless. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch upstairs. Off that strike down the line as a four-seamer misses high and out of the zone. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kirby brings it. Just misses. Four-seamer, 2-1. Ezekiel Duran batting .270 on the air. Grounded out to short his first time up. He's got 11 home runs on the year. The 2-1 pitch. Swing! That ball's hammered down the left field line, but foul. Turned on it quickly. Couldn't keep it straight. 2-2. Seattle comes into today just a game and a half behind Texas for the lead in the AL West. The 2-2. Swing blasted high and deep. Going back on the track. She is gone. That ball is smoked and roped, and they are putting on a hitting clinic on George Kirby. He is getting hammered. It's 5-2.
Let's go Rangers!
436 feet over the left field wall. So 5-2 your score. Brandon Nimmo, the batter, righty-lefty. Number 4 hitter in the order. First pitch, knuckle curve upstairs. It's 0-1. He's just getting way too much of the plate. That was the first home run hit today from either side that was a legitimate no-doubter. The other three have all just skated over the wall. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 0-2. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Seattle. 5 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Texas. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 1 down. One up, 1 down. First pitch upstairs to Evan Carter is a strike. They call it a ball. You can see where it landed in the box. That's very accurate. And I don't know why they didn't challenge it. Garver asleep at the wheel back there. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Drops in, sweeper for a strike. 1-1. One count. Swing and a miss, Cutter. 1-2. Texas 5, Seattle 2. Bottom of the third. The 1-2 pitch. Kirby brings it. Sweeper down and in. 2-2. 2-2 count. George Kirby rocks and throws. Swing. That ball smoked down the first base line, right field line, and that ball's going to get in the corner, rattling around, and that's going to be extra bases. Pulling up and stopping at second base is Evan Carter, but it's another extra base hit for the Texas Rangers. The first pitch on the way, swung on and fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires, sweeper right there. 0-2. So an 0-2 count as Carter takes third base. I mean, they just fell asleep at the wheel there. They're not even paying attention. Garver caught the ball and didn't even blink over there. He's going to give you a base. Take it. Infield is in with one down. The 0-2 to Jake Berger. Kirby has been struggling all afternoon long. Pitch 42. Swing! That ball's hammered deep into left field, and that ball's gone. That was on a rocket, and it's a 7-2 lead. George Kirby spitting the bit. 403 feet on that one, 105 miles an hour off the bat. Righty-lefty matchup, four-seam fastball right there. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Nicky Lopez, the batter, 7-2 your score. Swing and a miss, 1-1. 1-1 count. Change up below the knees. Ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1 change up. Misses down and in. Ball 3, 3-1. Three-one pitch, four-seamer right there for a strike, full count. Texas 7, Seattle 2. The 3-2, swing lifted. Into center field, right there making the catch. Out in center is Rayleigh, and there's two down. Seven runs, 7 hits, no errors for Texas. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Seattle. But the big thing has been the long ball. 2 home runs by Jock Peterson, 1 by Duran and 1 by Berger. Berger and Duran both were 2-run homers. Peterson was a 3-run and a solo. The 1-0 up top, misses high, 2-0. He's just struggling with control. You wonder how long they'll leave him out there. Four-seam fastball fouled away, 2-1. The 2-1 count. High and out of the zone, 3-0. 3-1, excuse me. Infield playing back into to the right. The 3-1 pitch. Swing lifted. Into center field, running over, making the catch is Raley, and that'll finally end the inning. But not before the Rangers put 3 more on the board. It's 7-2 Texas. We'll go to the top of the 4th.
What is the origin of the term stone, as in for weights, weighing a person? Well, that comes from ancient times. It's when people used to use stones, literal stones, on scales to weigh stuff.
Your Appalachian roots aren't American. They're Highland, and it wasn't written down anywhere. In the 1700s, tens of thousands of Scots crossed the Atlantic, not to cities, but to the mountains. They didn't mix much. They didn't move on. They stayed. Cut off by terrain, poverty, and distrust of authority, Appalachian communities became genetic time capsules. That's why Appalachian surnames, accents, music, and even family codes line up almost perfectly with the Scottish Highlands. These weren't new Americans. Modern DNA studies show Appalachian families carrying markers that barely exist in modern Scotland anymore, meaning the version of Scotland they came from survived better in the mountains of America than it did back home. So if you're from Appalachia, you didn't lose your roots, you preserved them.
Joe leans in. Outfield deep, round toward left, the infield overshifted. Here's the pitch. Swung on, belted. It's a long one. Deep in the left center. Back for Gianfrido. Back. He makes a one-handed catch against the bullpen.
Now let's go back to the 1949 World Series. Game 1, Don Newcomb on the mound for the Dodgers at Yankee Stadium. Bottom of the 9th in a scoreless game. Tommy Henrich at the plate, and once again, Red Barber at the mic.
Newcomb on the mound, the outfield deep toward right. Henrich 0 for 3, left-hand batter. Newcomb looking into the dirt. He has rather odd idiosyncrasy on the mound, and his pumping, we'll tell you about in a second. 2-0 pitch is swung on, drilled out toward right field, going way back. Got the ball game, a home run for Tommy Henrich. There's Henrich now between first and second. Bill Dickey, the first base coach, almost jumps on his back and then realized that's a tender back and he better not. Henrich's coming in at third. He is trotting his home run home. Look at him grin.
Pull up a chair and grab a cold. Your home for the classic call, Radio Baseball. Kumar Rocker comes back into the fold and fires the first pitch to Rosarena, and that pitch whistles up near his dome. It's 1-0. Rosarena went yard his first time up against Rocker. That might have been a brushback pitch. 1-0 pitch, high and inside, 2-0. So another brushback. Didn't see Rosarena do anything out of the ordinary except for the fact that he stopped at second because he thought the ball might have been caught. That can't be why he's throwing at him. The 2-0 set up outside. Right down the pipe, 2-1. The 2-2. Rosarena hit his 13th homer of the year his last time up. Looking in, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's one away. One up, one down. Josh Naylor, the batter. First pitch swinging. Lazy pop fly into center field. That should be an easy out. F8 it is. Quickly 2 down. Luke Raley, the batter. He walked his first time up, righty-lefty. First pitch down and in, four-seam fastball misses. It's 1 out. 1-0 from Rocker. Swing. And that's going to be a line drive out, F8 in your scorecard, and that'll end the inning. So a very quick inning after they extended their lead to 5. We'll go back to the break. Bottom of the 4th we go. Texas grabs the sticks when we return.
Oh, my mama, that church breath, a different type of breath. Pastor breath smell like holy
Hey, I'm you from the future.
Really? Do I have lots of friends?
2 really good ones.
No more naps, though, right?
Way more naps.
Am I at least rich?
I'm actually here to ask you if you have a 20.
I just think hurricanes should have slang names.
What do you mean slang names?
I'd be scared as hell of Hurricane LaQuisha. What?
Come here every week because my wife left me.
Oh, well, that's...
Yeah, she took the kids, the house, the dog, everything. So now I just drink beer and watch this
Jerry, we're on camera.
I don't give a This place is the only damn thing I got left. Woo!
All right, well, okay, thanks. Enjoy your free hot dog.
Men, be honest. One has to go. Beer, sports, women, or video games. What are you giving up?
In 1973, George Steinbrenner bought the Yankees.
They better represent themselves like Yankees in the same pride and tradition of the era of the past.
3 years later, in 1976, he brought Yogi back as a coach.
There is Yogi. Reggie Jackson. Long drive right field. It is goodbye.
The Yankees had not been to a World Series since Yogi was fired in 1964, but as soon as he returned, they immediately reached the World Series 3 years in a row.
For the 22nd time in 75 World Series, the New York Yankees are the champions.
Even though they won back-to-back World Series titles in 77 and 78, giving Yogi his 12th and 13th rings, it was a tumultuous time for the Yankee organization. They were known as the Bronx Zoo, and it was Yogi who helped keep the team together when things got out of hand.
Some of the Yankees' minds weren't on tonight's game when they came to town. Reggie Jackson was still feuding with manager Billy Martin.
He just took Reggie Jackson out of the ball game, and Jackson hit the top step of the dugout and went flying right at Billy Martin. People over there can see it.
Now people are climbing on the dugout roof.
Now the police are down in the dugout, or along the dugout.
The Yankee dugout is a cauldron and right down there now.
Welcome in your home for the classic call, Radio Baseball. 7-2 your score, bottom of the 4th we go. George Kirby still on the mound, goes back to work. First pitch. Slider bites on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 0-2 count. 7-2 your score. Bottom of the 7th. Texas over Seattle. If this score holds, Texas will go to a 2.5 game lead over the Mariners. The 0-2 pitch. Swing. Pops it backwards. Do it again. 2 up in the loss column is Texas. I'm interested to see this kid pitch tonight for New York. He's supposedly really good. The 0-2 swing, lifted. High into center field. F8 in your scorecard, 1 away. Philadelphia did end up beating the the Yankees last night, so the Braves didn't gain any ground there, still 5.5 up. First pitch is a cutter at the knees to Jock Peterson, who's cranked 2 home runs today. Both of them barely clearing the wall, but enough for 4 RBIs. It's 1-0. The 1-0 swing and a miss. 1-1. Zach Thornton, the lefty that the Braves will face tonight, the southpaw, 24-year-old, and he has started 4 games for the Mets, and he has a 1.93 ERA, and even more impressive, a .86 WHIP. Doesn't appear to be a big strikeout guy, 23 and 17 strikeouts, but he's getting it done. 2-1 count. The team that got to him the most, honestly, probably the best offense, was Washington. It was his first start as the cutter misses inside, 3-1. He went 4 1/3 and gave up 4 earned runs, including a home run. That was back on May 20th. Then he went down, came back up, and on June 26th against the Phillies, he went 6 and only gave up 1. It's a 3-1 right there at the knees, 3-2. In that game, he walked 1 and punched out 7. Then he faced the Red Sox, another good offense. Went 7 innings of shutty. The 3-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, and Peterson down on strikes, 2 down. 7 innings, 2 hits allowed, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And then he went up against the Brewers, 6 innings, no earned runs, 3 hits, 1 walk, and only 2 strikeouts. He has not given up an earned run his last 2 starts. He has only given up 1 in his last 3 starts, which has spanned 19 innings. Pitch to Langford is right there on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. I don't know if it was nerves or whatever, but you take that first game away. Is he going to win in the dirt? 1-1. His numbers would even be more impressive. 1-1 count. The Braves are going to counter with Martin Perez as the 1-1 pitch, swing lifted. Foul territory, giving chase is Crawford, and he's going to lean into the camera well and make the catch. Nifty little grab over there by JP. We'll go to the top of the 5th. 7-2 Texas.
At the tone, leave your name and message. I'll get back to you.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken, not stirred.
Hell are you doing? I told you we weren't getting involved.
You got us involved when you brought us here.
Where are you from? What's your real name? What was it before you changed it?
Giuseppe.
That's all you need, one thieving wop on the team.
It's much better than you stinking Irish.
Oh, I like him.
Just a drink. He can play. He can't throw. He can't throw and he can't field. Why do you like him?
He gets on base.
You want answers! I want the truth!
He gets on base, so do I care if it's a walk or a hit?
You do not.
I do not. Just a drink.
What draws my admiration? What is that which gives me joy?
Just a drink.
Baseball. A man stands alone at a plate. This is the time for individual achievement. But in the field, part of a team. Part of one big team. Sunny day, stands full of fans. What does he have to say?
Just a drink.
I get nowhere unless the team wins.
The day may come when the courage of men fail, but it is not this day.
Just a drink.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother.
Forget it, he's rolling.
I think he'll ever get out of here.
One day, when I got a long white beard and 2 or 3 marbles rolling around upstairs.
Get busy living, get busy dying.
Just a drink.
Do you really want to get him? What are you prepared to do? If you open the ball on these people, you must be prepared to go all the way. Here's how you get him. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun. He sends one of yours to the hospital, you send one of his to the morgue. That's the Chicago way.
Just a drink.
The Lord hates a coward. Do you know what a blood oath is? Yes. Good, because you just took one.
Just a drink.
Go ahead. Make my day. You can't handle the truth.
Did it ever occur to you I just might go tapioca and throw you out of one of the windows?
Just a drink.
Perfect.
Shaken, not stirred.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back. Kumar Rocker goes back to work. First pitch on the way, pal, straight back. It's 0-1. You can't make that up. Oh my God. The 0-1 pitch. Check swing goes around. 1-1. Reason why you heard me in the background, I was racing around trying to pour me a. I normally drink cold coffee, but I really wanted hot coffee this afternoon, so I made the pot and then forgot about it. So I was back there trying to make the 1-1 swing and a miss 1-2. I was making the making me a couple real quick in between the break. So when I heard the video and I was just letting y'all know I was still here, I sit down, the first thing I see is Peter talking about washing dishes in the bathtub, the 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, one away. First thing that pops in my mind is that Seinfeld episode where Kramer is making everybody's dinner in the shower while he showered. And it's the episode where they're dealing with the germaphobe, and the germaphobe is just eating the hell out of some salad that he's made in the damn shower. Righty-lefty matchup. I'll get it together. First pitch, J.P. Crawford, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Crawford, who's 0 for 1 on the day. The 0-1 pitch. Out and away, 1-1. You want to bet, GA? I've been in some really bad spots in my time. I know that much. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. One-two count. Turns and fires. Swing, pop up. Can of corn still hangs out in the infield. Making the catch there is Smith behind third base. 2 down. Rocker, 4 2/3 innings so far. 3 hits, 2 runs, a walk, 5 strikeouts. ERA now sits at 4.11. Kirby, who's gotten just absolutely pelted today. 4 innings, 7 hits, currently 7 earned and 3 strikeouts, no walks. The pitch, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. That being said, I do think he's going to appeal the 3-run homer that was caused by the error. The 0-1 count. Upstairs. 0-2. It was a bouncer on the ground over to short, and it should have been an easy play, and instead he booted it. Emerson, the culprit. The 0-2. Swing lifted. High into center field, going back near the warning track, making the catch is Evan Carter, and that'll end the inning. 1-2-3, we go to the bottom of the 5th. Texas leads Seattle by 5.
I was hanging out with my girlfriend and her guy best friend, and he said to her, "You just need a boring man. That's what you need." And I said, "What's a boring man?" And he said, "You know." I didn't. "It's a guy that just works hard and takes care of you." "Oh, 'cause it's so exciting to be with a man that steals the light from your eyes, that messes you up so much that you don't trust anyone anymore. And it's exciting to be in fight or flight 24/7. What an exciting ride." It's also exciting to eat French fries, right? But then you feel like dog shit afterwards.
Hey, I'm looking to book you for a service. How much do you charge? Well, I offer a lot of different services under different price ranges. What's your budget? See, I'm not really sure. That's why I was hoping you could give me a list of your services and their rates. Well, if I had a better understanding of what your budget was, I could better describe the services I'd be willing to provide under that price range. Well, honestly, I don't really know what a normal price range for this thing would be. This isn't really my level of expertise. That's why I'm asking you what your prices are. Well, I don't have an idea of what services I can provide to you unless I have an idea of what your budget is.
Why do you need to know how much money I have for you to tell me how much money you charge?
People often ask, what's the best way to deal with a coworker who works for free over your unpaid lunch break? Well, I'm going to share with you the one sentence I use that works every single time.
Sit the down, dumbass! You're making us all look bad, ho!
Red Barber was a star. In fact, in 1942, James Thurber wrote a famous New Yorker essay, including all of the barbarisms, just his way with words that had become just so popular. This guy had a way with words that didn't seem to have an end.
No score. This ball game in this series just as tight as a brand new pair of shoes on a rainy day. And Reynolds really went to work on Schuber. He just tied him in a knot and turned him every way but loose.
Right-hander deals, curve, tip, foul. It's good deal still. Campanella was fighting it like it was a mad bumblebee trying to hold it, but he couldn't do it.
Welcome back here. Score is 7-2 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Texas on top of Seattle. And Farrer comes in, the southpaw, relieving George Kirby of his duties. The 0-1 pitch, down and in, sinker misses, 1-1. For you football fans, it's the last week of no football until February. The 1-1 pitch, swing, pop up. High into right center field, converging on it, making the catch as Canzone cuts in front of Rayleigh, F9, 1 down. Thursday, August 6th, you got the Cardinals and Panthers preseason game. I believe that's the Hall of Fame game. I don't have it on my screen, but that's normally how they do it. And then the following week, everybody's in action on Thursday, August 13th. First pitch slider. Misses inside, 1-0. Remember, nowadays, NFL only has 3 preseason games. So you get the 1-game warm-up, and then after that, the second game is really the dress rehearsal. As the 1-1 fouls it back, it's 1-1. By the time you get to game 3, they start benching anybody of relevance. But it looks like there's going to be 6 games on August 13th, Thursday night. And on Friday night is the 1-1 pitch, swing, lifted, Nimmo. Ball's going to drop down for a base hit. In and out of the glove of the center fielder, Rayleigh. He's looking around for it, can't find it. It's off to his left. He was looking to his right. And it's going to be a 1-out double for Nimmo and the Texas Rangers.
Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers! Let's go! Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
Nimmo almost made it to third on that one. They were flailing around looking for it. First pitch swinging, hard hit on the ground by Carter. It's going to be a worm burner, but right into the glove of the second baseman, Young. He flips it to Naylor, 2 down. That Friday, August 14th, after those 6 games on that Thursday, you were going to have, I guess they just have the 3 games on that Friday, and the rest of the teams will play on Saturday the 15th. Which it looks like it's 7 games on that Saturday. You go to the next week, the majority of them were played on that Saturday as well. It's a slider upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. There is a Thursday game. Excuse me, 2 Thursday games. Raiders and Texans and 49ers and Chargers. And then there's a couple of, there's 3 Friday night games. The 0-1 pitch, swing, rifles it down the first base line, broken bat. It'll go foul. It's 0-2. That bat's shattered in half. Final preseason game this year is played on August 29th. Looks like there's just a couple of games that day. The majority of them are done by the 28th. 29th, you got one at 1 o'clock, Lions and Colts, and at 6 p.m. it's Bears and Titans. The 0-2 from Farrer. Runner at third, 2 outs. He brings it. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Change up off the plate, and that'll end the inning. Texas 7, Seattle 2. Getting late early. We go to the 6th here in Texas.
Ireland has one of the rarest genetic mixes in Europe. Here's why. Why do Irish people look so unique? Red hair, black hair, icy eyes, olive skin, all from the same island? Because Ireland carries one of the strangest DNA blends in Europe. First came the ancient hunter-gatherers, bringing darker features. Then the Celtic migrations, adding pale skin and bright blue-green eyes. Then the shocker, strong Basque-like ancestry, older than the pyramids. Add in Viking DNA on the coasts, taller builds, fair hair, and finally, Norman and later European settlers completing the mix. That's why two Irish people can look like they came from different continents. Their DNA literally comes from 5 ancient worlds. Ireland isn't just diverse, it's the genetic fingerprint of every wave of history that ever touched its shores. So if you've ever wondered why the Irish look so strikingly different, just remember, your face is history written in bone.
Joe Gordon, the tying run, leads down off third. Paso pitches, Williams swings, there's a high drive, going deep, deep. It is a home run against the tip top of the right field stand. Ted Williams just missed by a couple of feet, hitting the ball completely out of the park.
We've been listening to the work of the legendary Red Barber. That was his call of Ted Williams' game-winning all-star home run in 1941 at Detroit. Still to come, Mel Allen, knighted behind the microphone with the New York Yankees in the 50s and 60s. Red was meticulous, sometimes to the point of being persnickety. In his mind, there was a right way and a wrong way to do it. That Red Barber was among the very few who didn't approve of Russ Hodges' call of Bobby Thompson's home run to win the 1951 pennant for the Giants.
Kumar Walker goes back to work, slider down and in. Misses for a ball, it's 1-0. Cole Young, the leadoff man for the Mariners, is leading off this inning. He's 1 for 2 on the day. The 1-0 pitch. Swing, pop up. Into left field, four-seam fastball off the end of the bat. F7, 1 down. One up, 1 down. Julio Rodriguez standing at the plate, and the first pitch is a sinker just below the knees. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss. 1-1. One count. Infield back and to the left. Outfield deep and straight away. Sinker swung on and lifted high. Fairly deep, but not quite deep enough. Underneath it is Nimmo for out number 2. Later on tonight, we'll bring you Braves versus Mets. 6:45 Eastern. We'll come on the air. Get you ready for that one. We are Marlins fans to start the series, to start the week, as they host the Phillies. And they are on a 12-game losing streak as Miami. So hopefully they'll bounce back against Philadelphia. It's not going to be easy tonight. They're facing Zach Wheeler. Tyler Phillips is on the mound for Miami. Righty-lefty Canzone, first pitch swinging, and broken bat single is going to go out to right field. And it's a 2-out single for the Seattle Mariners. Peter, you're cracking me up. I've been in worse positions, so I feel your pain. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch swing and a miss. Slider. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, Randy Rosarena with a solo shot earlier in the game takes it down and away, 1-1. 1-1 count. Inside. That's the third pitch he's gone inside high on Arozarena. You almost wonder if there's some beef there. First time in this at-bat, but the last at-bat after that home run, he went inside twice. The 2-1 pitch is a slider chopped down the third base line. 2-2. Welcome in, Keene. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Texas 7, Seattle 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th here in Texas.
Y'all could call me old, but these days I just be excited to go home and lay down.
Called me Native American instead of Indian because I'm not from India.
And I agree. I would rather be called Native than Native American because the Americas was named after Amerigo Vespucci, who was from Italy.
Well, howdy do. You probably won't like what I have to say, but regardless, there's a common misconception that Christopher Columbus thought he was landing in India, and that's where the term Indians comes from a misconception about where he was in the world. That's not the case. The nation of India didn't exist until 1949. Prior to then, it was called Hindustan. The word Indian comes from the Spanish colonial term Los Niños Indios, children of God. Indios, Indians. Regardless, nobody's native of anywhere. Let's be real. Don't ask the Navajo where they got their land from, especially when it comes to the Zunis. And when it comes to naming the continent after an Italian guy who named it after himself, the Phoenicians named Europe. They're from the Middle East. That's how the world works. Roll with the punches. Sometimes people win, sometimes people lose. Sucks to suck.
When Reggie and Billy Martin go at it in Boston, who's pulling who away, and keeping a cool head.
They pushed and they shoved. They would fight. They would pout. They were unhappy people, of that there's no doubt. They were willing but tired and frustrated men.
You're fired.
Oh, not again.
I guess you all know why you're here. The manager of the New York Yankees for 1984 will be Lawrence Yogi Berra. And there is probably no Yankee in the world any more genuinely loved or respected than Yogi. Those who would say, well, can he manage? Well, let me put this proposition to you. He took the New York Yankees in 1 year to an American League pennant, and then for some reason a change was made, and they didn't win another thing for 12 years until 1976. Then he went to the Mets and he won a championship for the Mets, and for some reason there a change was made and they haven't won any pennants since. So Yogi Berra is a very unique man.
Nobody can see me.
Welcome back. King says he wonders why we broadcast other games. We wonder why you wonder. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch curveball is right there for a strike. Looked like a low call, but that could be a 7-2 call. As Michael Rucker, the right-hander, comes on, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Man, Texas is having some issues with their broadcast today. Thank God we've got the Seattle one too, but they've been just leaning on this. I don't know. It pops up and it never comes off the screen. It's like a show card. It's really strange. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3, one away. We have one game on or one device on the ESPN feed and it disappears eventually, but on the MLB feed, it gets stuck, and it's weird. Smith, the batter, righty-lefty, number 8 hitter in the order. As Rucker fires the first pitch in. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Josh Smith, who has a ground out and a line out to his name today. The 1-0. Up there on the outer edge, 1-1. The 1-1, swing, pop up, high back out of play, 1-2. I was looking at the weather report tonight in New York. The weather guy that I follow for these games, the 1-2 pitch swing, chopped up the middle, backhanded. That ball's going to get booted by Cole Young. And technically, are they going to give him a base hit on that too? Texas is cooking the books on the base hits today, baby. That ball, if you're in the major leagues, that is a gosh darn error. Instead, he kicks and boots it into center field, and they give him a base hit. Wow. Second time today, they've been mad wrong. But anyways, I was looking at the weather report because they were saying that there were some showers, but it looks like it's going to stay west. I don't see anything that's going to be threatening the game, so we should be okay today in New York, Braves and Mets. 7 Eastern. They're going to flip it over to first to keep the runner close by on an 0-1 count. The 0-1 off the plate. 1-1. Runner takes off and takes second base with these. They'll give him a stolen base there. It was really more defensive indifference. I mean, they're not even holding him. No throw going down, but if they're going to give you the base, you might as well take it. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. No, Tom, you crushed your parlay by choosing the Mets. That's the gist of it there. You took the Mets over the Dodgers. One, 2 count. Top corner. They'll finally challenge a pitch. Does look like it is a strike. We'll see. If it is a strike, it'll be a strikeout, and it is. Oh, you took the Dodgers one. Okay. I never did see it. I'll be honest. I never saw the end of that game. I saw it was 4-3 at one point, I believe. I know the Dodgers led by a run, but I don't even remember what the pitching matchup was in that game. I don't think it was McLean, right? He pitched a couple of days ago. Hopefully they got that out of their system, Tom. First pitch on the way to Jock Peterson. There for a strike, it's 0-1. So it's the Dodgers crushed your parlay. It wasn't the Mets. The 0-1 pitch, swing. Chopper back to the mound, and that's going to be a 1-3. It was McLean. Okay. Well, that's good. We dodged that bullet. We'll go to the break. Going to the top of the 7th. 7-2 Texas over Seattle. They'll see if they can get back in it.
Y'all ever been at work for 5 hours? Then when your sit there and look at the clock, it's only been 42 minutes.
There was once an island about 50 miles off the coast of Louisiana called Isle Dernier, which translates to Last Island, and it had a grand hotel, some private beach houses. It was where the wealthy would go to vacation. And popularity on the island increased in about 1853 when there was a yellow fever outbreak that claimed about 10% of the New Orleans population in its first year. People had started to notice they were less likely to get yellow fever if they were near sea air. We know today that yellow fever is spread through mosquitoes, and mosquitoes can't thrive in saltwater environments. So while they may have dodged a bullet with yellow fever, unfortunately they didn't have the radars that we do today. So in August of 1856, while they had no idea a hurricane was heading right for them. By the time it made landfall on August 10th, it was a Category 4 hurricane. As the island started to flood, it killed around 200 people. Not only that, but this island was once 25 continuous miles of land, and that storm divided it into 2 segments. Today it's 4.
How many years did you sign for, Yogi?
2 years. 2 years. That's long enough. If you're any good,
he may get an extension.
Does that mean we're going to win next season? We're going to have a pen?
Well, I achieved everything in baseball. I got inducted in the Hall of Fame. I've been voted the most valuable player 3 times. I won the pennant with the Yankees and the Mets. But there's one thing I haven't achieved, win a World Series. And I hope do it this year, next year.
Can I interrupt you all a minute?
Total respect for Yogi, a guy that everybody loved, not because he was cute and funny, it's because he was good and he was real. He's just a gentle, kind soul, is why he's so loved.
And Yogi a prophet in his own time. It ain't over till it's over. Look at Mattingly.
Man, you know you're getting old when your favorite bands from high school are starting to make stops in Montana.
Welcome back. First pitch from Rockers right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Naylor to the batter. Pitch dips down and in. Almost gets him in the kneecap. It's 1-1. Texas 7, Seattle 2. The name of the game today has been the long ball. George Kirby could not keep the ball in the yard, giving up 3 huge home runs. The 1-1 pitch, swing lifted. Out to right field. Hard hit ball, but right at Brandon Nimmo. F9, 1 away. Braves will have Perez, Thornton tonight. Tomorrow night, Sale versus Christian Scott, good young right-hander for New York. And then Wednesday, is the first pitch on the way. Check swing. Did he go around? They say he did not. It's 1-0. Wednesday, it'll be Grant Holmes versus Manaea is what they're saying. Little surprise. This is the first time in a while that Sale will be pitching on normal rest. The 1-0. Down below the knees, 2-0. I just assumed they were going to put him on the Wednesday game, because you would line it up. If you did that, you would have him pitch Wednesday, and then an extra day is built in off on Monday. It's their first day off on Monday, August 3rd. Is the 2-0 down and in, 3-0. And then you could have him pitch again on Tuesday. But as of right now, they're showing it that Sale's pitching tomorrow. I'm going to double check that, because I wonder about the validity of this one. Is the 3-0 misses outside, ball 4. Rayleigh heads on down to first. 1 out walk for Rocker, who has pitched a good game so far. 6 1/3 and 1 earned. Bobby Alstrom, the left-hander, is warming up in the pen, and they are going to take a quick powwow on the mound. It looks like that's I think that's Schumacher. That looks like Jordan Teagues, the pitching coach. Yeah, it is. I get the idea of why you would do it. You would want Chris Sale to pitch 2 times this coming week, but they've treated him with kid gloves for so long. It's kind of shocking when they don't give him an extra day off. He last pitched on Thursday. Mitch Garver, the batter. Righty, first pitch down and away. Slider misses. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing. Chops it down the line. Foul. 1-1. I guess right. That's what they did with the lineup, by the way. Hadn't really noticed it, but it's Acuna, Drake, Olsen, Ozzie, and then Harris. That's exactly what I was. And I would do that every day. I know there's a lefty on the mound that may have a different game plan with the righty. As the 1-1 misses outside, did he go around? He did not. 2-1. Acuna is in right field. The DH is Baldwin with Bart behind the plate. They're going with Dubon behind Harris. The 2-1 pitch. Pop up. Down the right field line. Foul territory, giving chase to the first baseman, Berger. He'll run out of room. 2-2 your count. So after Harris, you got 3 righties, Dubon, Riley, and Bart, and then they're going to finish it off with Jarvis. It's a better look when Jarvis, the number 9 hitter, when Acuna is batting righty directly behind him than what they were doing before, because if you had Jarvis batting 9th, Drake batting 1st, it'd be like 4 or 5 guys would be batting left-hander against a left-handed pitcher. 2-2 down and away, 3-2. If Riley could get that bat going, the lineup is just so much longer because you're talking about putting him behind Michael at that point, and Dubon, who's never going to light the world on fire, but he'd be your number 7 hitter. Payoff pitch, swing, pop up. Over the third base dugout this time. Well, I think Jarvis does a good job there, Lung. Harris is hitting the ball so well, I don't think you want to put him at 9 anymore. But when he struggles, that's my first go-to. Throw him down at the 9 spot to get him good pitches to hit in front of Acuna. But he's hitting the ball so well, you want that extra bat. It's a 3-2 pitch. Pops out. This time he goes behind home plate. So he's gone over first, over third, behind home plate. Of course, they still have Murphy and Kim to come back, and that's going to really shuffle the deck when they do that. The payoff pitch. Caught looking, strike 3. Are you kidding me? He did all that to fight through that entire bat and then just takes a soft slider right across the belt. They're still away. That's pretty funny. Skip Shoemaker's going to go get Rocker. So we'll be back in a flash. Top of the 7th, 1 on, 2 out here in Texas. Welcome back. Kumar Rocker's day is through 7 strikeouts, 6 2/3. He's responsible for the man at first, but that will qualify him for a quality start regardless what happens here. Lefty-lefty matchup. Ahlstrom fires the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. J.P. Crawford, the batter. Runner at first. One swing could change this game in a hurry. The 0-1. Upstairs misses high, 1-1. Yes, Iron Lung, Dom is still there. Brewer Hicklin was the one that was sent down with Acuna coming up. And we suspected that was going to happen because he has options left. Eli White, you would have to DFA as the pitch upstairs for a strike. It's 1-2. So with that being the case, you look at 1-2. Inside, spins him around, four-seamer, 2-2. You look at the next move to be made. Kim would be the next one that they either do one of three things. You could trade him in theory. Nobody wants him. You could DFA him when he hits the 20-day mark as the 2-2 down and away. Full count. But most likely what they're going to do is they're challenging this. That pitch was well out of the zone. That's a bad challenge there by Diaz.
Wrong.
The only other real options.
You're wrong.
The payoff pitch. Swing. Fouls it back. You would have to put Mateo out there up for grabs. But Jim Jarvis still has options, and most likely that's where they'll go. Don't love the option of any of that, to be honest with you. Someone needs to hit Kim on the hand with a hammer again. Extend his IL to 3-2. Swing, pop up. High, back behind second base. Should be an easy catch. It is. F6 in your scorecard, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to get up and stretch here in Texas. Welcome back. First pitch to start the bottom of the seventh from Wilcox to Langford is high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Way outside wide with the sweeper. 2-0. Someone was talking about the trading for Skubal. Look, Skubal is better than Skeens. Let's be honest. So that's not even up for debate. If people were wondering who you'd rather have is the 2-0 foul back, 2-1. But it's only a rental. It's a 2-month rental and he's gone. What are you willing to give up for Skeens to do that? The 2-1 pitch. Outside wide, 3-1. Three-one count. Dixon fires. Swing chopper on the ground over to short. It's going to be a 6-3 easy put out, one away. Langford hustling on the play. Made that a little closer than it should have been. I'm okay. Some of the names that come up I'm okay with, but I'm not okay with giving up A.J. Smith-Shawver for a 2-month rental from Tarek Skubal. But if you tell me we're going to give up Owen Murphy, even a J.R. Ritchie, I would be okay. I don't like the idea of giving up Ritchie. I think he's going to be really good. Four-seam fastball swung on, dropped into right field, and it's a one-out single for the Texas Rangers. Good hard hit ball. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game, Keen. If you're looking at the lines, I'd be taking the under in the first 5. I know that much. As the first pitch swung on, fouled back, sweeper, it's 0-1. They'll probably get to the Mets bullpen eventually. But that kid Thornton has looked really good. And I haven't had a chance to actually watch him, but considering who he's shut down in consecutive outings, does he go one upstairs? 1-1. The Braves have struggled a bit against left-handers this year. Go with something like a 4-2 victory, maybe even 5. Perez will do just enough to keep you in the game. That's really all you can ask. Does he go 2 outside wide? 1-2. That's not a bad score, K-Dub. Yeah, no, Taco, I totally agree with that synopsis. Is the 1-2's fouled away. The Braves need. The question is, are you going to go all in and get Skubal, so you have the 1-2 punch of Sale versus and Skubal, or is he going to go and pivot and get 2 starters? Obviously, no one would be as good as Skubal, but would you rather go out and get, is the 1-2 down and in, 2-2? Would you rather go out and get like a Robbie Ray and then add somebody else for depth? In the starting pitching market, most people believe Joe Ryan's not going anywhere, so I would put that one, set that off to the side as the 2-2 outside wide, 3-2. Sonny Gray's not going anywhere now because the Red Sox have gotten hot and they're back in it. But could you talk the Marlins into Sandy Alcantara? Could you talk Reed Detmers out of the Angels? Freddie Peralta out of the Mets? The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Runner goes down to third, and he got him. Strike him out, throw him out. Will go to the 8th. 7-2 your score here in Texas.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour. When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer,
Buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription...
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
Salute. They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you've probably seen a couple.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. If the price is the same for Scooble for 2 months and Joe Ryan for a year and a half, give me Scooble. First pitch on the way is inside. Taken for a ball. Emerson, the batter, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Out on the outer edge, 1-1. Yeah, but I mean, that happens. Long. I mean, you're going to have a bad outing here and there. 1-1 count, swing, rips it over to second. It's going to be an L4, one away, but it sounds like that they're not going to sell because they're just close enough in the race where they're going to hold on, see if they can make the playoffs, and then they'll still have Ryan for next year to trade away. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch, 4-seamer. It's 0-1. I mean, people are all excited about going out and getting Logan Webb. He got battered around again his last time out. He's solid, but I'm not giving up the farm to get Logan Webb. There's a little bit off his fastball nowadays, and that was key to his sinker being so dominant. 1-1 count, outside, wide, 2-1. I think Logan Webb is a guy that in the postseason, you can probably lean on him 2 times through the order, but after that, you're going to have to go get the bullpen anyways. Robbie Ray's probably going to be a lot cheaper in a trade. 2-1 misses inside, 3-1. Seven to 2 your score, top of the 8th. As the 4-seamer misses down below the knees. Ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. One on, one out. First pitch on the way. Down and away sweeper to Julio Rodriguez. It's 1-0. 1-0. Swing, roasts it into the left field. And runners on first and second with 1 out. Righty-lefty matchup. Canzone is the batter. First pitch taken in. For a strike, it's 0-1. Well, you're leading the division, Taco, so I don't know what you're talking about trading away your pitching staff is the 0-1 pitch upstairs. It's 0-2. They're not trading those guys away. You're leading your division. If this score holds, what will be 2.5 game lead. Maybe you haven't looked at the standings recently. I don't know. But the 0-2 swing. Pop up. Back behind third base. F5 in your scorecard. 2 down. And all you got to do is get in. You stunk in 2023 and won the World Series, so what do you worry about that for? All you got to do is get in and then get hot. And Eovaldi was a lot of the reason why you did win it. Montgomery, to me, was the MVP, but that was a team that, going down the back stretch, they were not very impressive. They barely got in the playoffs, and then they got scalding hot. First pitch upstairs, sweeper. It's 1-0. I was very much like the 2021 Braves team, to be honest with you. That team was not. There aren't many Hall of Famers on that squad, and they brought the trophy home. Pitch is fouled away, 1-1. Your starting pitching got red hot in the bats, and the Braves in 21, it was the bullpen, in very timely hitting. The 1-1 pitch, swing, whistled it back to the backstop line, too. That bullpen of the Braves in 2021, postseason-wise, is an all-timer. I mean, they ran the gauntlet, but you look at that makeup of that team, there's no reliever that you're like, oh, can't wait to see him in Cooperstown. The 1-2 count. Swing lifted. High into right field, and that should be a easy fly ball. F9, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th in a 5-run game here in Texas.
You are going to love this makeup. It looks like you're wearing nothing on your skin.
So I can pay $40 to look the same as I do when I wash my face?
It's a lot easier to add up 3 strikes in baseball than it is in bowling. That's what's so great about new Magic Score. Magic Score does all the arithmetic. You just punch in your name at the beginning and bowl. The screen even tells you when it's your turn and which lane to bowl on. Magic Score. It makes bowling more fun for everybody. Little kids can bowl even if they can't add. For my money, Magic Score is the best thing that ever happened to bowling since the automatic pin spotter. Yay! You knock them down, Magic Score, add some up.
You could go 0 for 4, 4 for 4, see me out to the game, and it was always going to be the same. How you doing, kid? Or he said to me one time, because I was a guy that liked to hit a lot, and I would hit extra, do all this stuff, and he would tell me, you're going to hit your way right into a slump. It took me a while to take that in, quite honestly, but I understood what he was saying probably years later.
I got traded to the Yankees in 1985. Dad was the manager.
You're able to separate the family from the manager standpoint. Is he a better guy as a manager or a father?
Nah, he's good both ways.
He's always smiling, I give him that.
We had a good team, but we got off to a rough start.
And nobody can get it.
But there was never a doubt that we were going to have a long winning streak at some point.
Does the best moment managing ever compare with the best moment play?
Playing's the best. I like that.
This from the manager on the hot seat, now with George Steinbrenner breathing down his neck.
Don't worry about Yogi. I tell you, Yogi is a survivor. I said, Yogi, how's he treating you? He said, don't worry about it. I said, is he on your lot? He said, we agree different.
Welcome back. Alex Hoppe, the right-hander, coming in for the Mariners. First pitch, four-seamer at the knees. It's 0-1. 7-2 your score, bottom of the 8th. Braves versus Mets coming your way. 7 o'clock tonight. The 0-1. Down and in, 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing, rips it into right field, down for a base hit. And it's a leadoff single for the Texas Rangers. Good piece of hitting there. Now, if you let me pick a pitcher, it's going to be Chris Sale. But normally when people ask me that, I think of an everyday player because it's hard for your favorite player to only be, pitch once every 5-6 days. But Chris Sale's my favorite Brave right now, to be honest with you. But everyday player, it's Olsen and it's Harris. I like watching Harris play defense, and Olsen just has a pretty swing, and he normally gives you a pretty good at bat. But I don't think there's a Brave I don't like, to be honest with you. Is the 0-1 chops it foul, it's 0-2. Big Ozzie Albies fan just because of his demeanor, his personality. But he doesn't give us the best at bat sometimes. Sometimes he just kind of mails him in, swings at the first thing. When he's hot, he's hot. When he's not, he really is not. But I love Ozzie as far as who he is and in the clubhouse and everything. Ozzie's up there too. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, one away. Was never a huge Riley fan. But that's only because his personality is kind of a dud. It's got nothing to do with his struggles this year. But when he's hitting the ball well, he's a fun one to watch. Acuna does too much stuff nowadays for me to put him up at the top. First pitch upstairs misses high, it's 1-0. Some of the stuff where he tries to deke people and he does a lot of goofy things, doesn't run out base hits, all that kind of stuff, that's kind of worn on me over the years. But when he's on and he's swinging the bat well, there's no one more fun to watch. The 1-0 count, swing, chops it. No, it's a swing and a miss. I thought he got a hold of that. He was looking down the line. I think he thought he got a hold of it. 1-1 count to little Nicky Lopez, former Atlanta Brave. Yeah, that's a popular thing right now, Keen. Everybody jumps on the guy who's struggling. 1-1 misses high and out of the zone, 2-1. But Ha-Seong Kim last year, for people who actually watched last year, stayed with the Braves last year, a lot of people bailed because they were so far out of it. But last 2 months of the season, Ha-Seong Kim was one of the best Braves players, hitters that we had. 2-1 pitch down and in, 3-1. It's why they brought him back. But, man, that long layoff, he just has not been right this year. He got injured, supposedly slipping on the ice. A lot of people think it might have been alcohol related. (3-1) count. Inside, four-seam fastball, misses. Ball 4. So first and second. One out. Outside of the obvious, which would be Iglesias, my favorite bullpen arm these days is Dylan Lee. He's really fun to watch, but I'll put an asterisk on that because Diddy is electric. You just don't think he's going to be in the bullpen his entire career. But this year, when Diddy comes in, I get excited because he's bringing 98, 99. He only has 2 pitches he really uses, but man, they hum. First and second, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th. 7-2 your score. First pitch down and in, four-seamer. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, wraps it down the line, foul. 1-1. Was Shanahan hanging out with Tony Romo? One, swing and a miss, 1-2. What is tobacco related? I must have missed something, Iron. I knew it was a joke, but what was tobacco related? What are you talking about? The 1-2 count. Gray is warming up in the pen for Texas. Pitch on the way, swing. Shoots it down. No, swing and a miss, strike 3. I hate that. For you Rangers fans, I feel for y'all. I hate the television view that you have at your home games. It's the worst in baseball. The TV eye is so high in the sky and behind the pitcher, you don't get the look that you get on all the other stadiums. There's one other that's similar. I can't remember who it is, but Texas. Every time I see we're going to Texas, I just groan. Oh. Okay, Iron. I'm a little slow sometimes. First pitch down and away, slider misses. It's 1-0. People say that Kim's a big drinker and partier and stuff, and they think that and I have no idea, but regardless, the injury has absolutely ruined this season for him. 1-0 pitch, down and away, 2-0. When he finally was able to come back, they rushed him back from rehab. And he's just never had his timing now. Much better hitter last August, September, or whatnot. The 2-0 in the dirt. Ball goes to the backstop, and runners will move on down the line. Runners at second and third now with 2 outs and a 3-0 count. So single right now could expand this lead to 9-2. Diaz, the number 9 hitter, so the top of the order due up. Jock Peterson. 3-0 pitch. Taking the 4-seamer right down the middle edge. Intercut, 3-1. No, I haven't, Iron. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, sinker, full count. I just know they've talked about him being a big-time drinker, and so he said he slipped in the ice in Korea during the offseason, but a lot of people figure he's probably partying. But regardless, and he got his money from the Braves this year, but that's going to ruin the back half of his career. Nobody's going to take that chance on him ever again. Payoff pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? They said he did. Strike 3. That'll end the inning. We go to the top of the ninth. Texas needs 3 outs to put this one in the books. It's 7-2 Rangers.
If I try to kiss you and we clack teeth, we don't need to pursue nothing past this moment. Matter of fact, I'm about to go right now. Hear me?
Hangover. Where does that one come from? And that's an interesting one. And relate it nowadays to we've had a bit of a drink and the next day we're feeling really crap and we call that a hangover. Well, that wasn't really introduced into the UK to the very early 1900s, connecting the hangover word with excess drinking. But originally, I think it started off in the 1800s, and it's to do with stuff that's leftover. Leftover food was a hangover. Leftover bricks or leftover pieces of wood from making a building. They was all described as hangovers. That's where it first come from. There's many theories, though, which people will argue, but those things are just myths.
You threw a pack of cigarettes at George Steinbrenner? Wait.
Well, that's one time I lost my temper. So that happens.
There is a bit of a yogi watch that is now being conducted in New York, isn't it? It's the tough job of the manager under George Steinbrenner.
The players loved him. Dad would talk after every loss and say, don't worry about it, we're going to get him. This is too good a team. We all know we're going to contend when it comes down to it at the end of the year. And we all knew it.
The Yankees got off to a slow start, but Dale was playing some of the best ball of his career, batting .343 through the first 16 games.
And there's another hit by Barra.
Then it all came to a screeching halt.
And that's a shot up the middle. A diving stop by Cruz. Over it again.
White Sox climbed above 500 with a 3-game wipeout of slumping New York. And that smash put the Sox ahead to stay.
I go back into the clubhouse. I see some players crying. And I'm like, what happened here? And Don Baylor says, they fired your dad. And I said, what?
If somebody waves to you, I'm pretty sure you can take 10 seconds out of your damn life to wave back.
Welcome back. Top of the ninth. 7-2 Texas, Seattle. Coming to the plate, Josh Naylor leads it off to the 5-6-7 hitters. As the first pitch on the way, swung on, fouled back out of play, four-seam fastball. It's 0-1. Be Naylor, Raley, and then Garver. Jacob Latz, the all-star for the Rangers. The 1.69 ERA. The 0-1 pitch misses high, 1-1. One count. Swing, laces it down the left field line, and that's a fair ball. That's going to be extra bases, and the Seattle Mariners got something going. One on, nobody out, trailing by 5. Still a long way to go. Luke Raley coming to the plate, 0 for 1 on the day with 2 walks. Lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing, whistles it back, foul. It's 0-1. We had a couple of haunts in Middle Tennessee when my Wilder days where last call was a suggestion. He had one specifically, I think it's still open, but they would kick all the people out they didn't know, and then they had a deck out back, open air deck, and while the bartenders and everybody would clean up as the 0-1 pitch misses high and out of the zone, 1-1, all the riffraff, the regulars, we would go out back on that deck and smoke and drink. And usually, I mean, you're still talking about the bars there didn't close till 3 a.m. It'd be 5:30 in the morning before they'd be ready to leave. The 1-1 chops it foul, 1-2. There was one morning where we went over to the weight room, which was across the street from the bar. I was a member, and we went in there. I don't even remember how it started, but we were arguing on who could lift more. And they're drunk as Cootie Brown in there lifting free weights. We're lucky nobody got hurt. The 1-2 count. Swing and a miss. Blew the four-seamer right by him. And there's one away. What was $180 a day? Not sure what y'all are talking about. Lefty-righty matchup. Mitch Garver, changeup down and in. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing ripped into left field. That's down for a base hit. Runner at second. Raley had to hold up. He wasn't sure if that ball was going to drop. So it's runners on the corners and 1 out. Lefty-lefty matchup. J.P. Crawford, the batter. First pitch, slider off the edge. It's 1-0. I was a little surprised that Latz was in here, this spot in the game. I thought they would go to someone else, and then if it got out of control, they would send him in there. But sometimes you get these guys who are expected to be in high leverage spots that come in flat. Runners at the corners, 1 out. The first pitch off the 1-0 is outside wide, ball 2-0. Oh, gotcha, Taco. I can't always keep up with what's going on. The 2-0 count. Four-seamer on the outer edge. 2-1. Standing on deck is Emerson. The 2-1 pitch. Changeup misses, 3-1. I mean, honestly, if the Braves were going to make a trade for the Texas Ranger pitcher, this would be the guy I'd want. I'd want to. If they had fallen out of the race, I would have wanted Latz, but that's not happening. The 3-1 pitch, swing, fouls away, 3-2. Imagine having that two-headed monster of Lee and Latz in the back of the pen. And when Suarez gets healthy, you got Suarez and Iglesias from the right side. All you got to do is get to the 5th inning in October. Play a little Joe Torre ball. Lefty, lefty, full count, runners at the corners. 1 out, the pitch. Swing, pop up. High into left field. This should score the runner from third as the toss comes into the infield, and it is 7-3. And the Mariners are down to their last out. So Emerson, the batter, and they're letting a ton of lefties face this lefty Latz. I would have thought they would have pinch hit eventually. First pitch on the way is right there on the outer edge. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. I mean, you've got Cal Raleigh, Robles, Wilson, and Kennedy all right-handed bats. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, and the ball goes out to the outfield, and he will be safe. He's going to stay put at second base as that ball got away. No sense of getting thrown out, trailing by 4. Yeah, I used to have a truck I could pull the keys out and it would still run. You can't do that nowadays. The 0-2. Swing, just got a piece of it. Down to their last strike. I mean, in theory you can because of as long as the key's in range, but I'd go into the house and everything and just let that. There you go, Iron. I remember in high school, a buddy of mine's car did that, and I would laugh about it. Then all of a sudden, my truck started doing it years later. And I was like, damn, here we are. We're right back where we started at. The 0-2 fouls it back. But I loved that about the truck because when I was managing this one restaurant, I could pull my truck up and we were closing and lock the door and everything, but keep the truck running while we're doing the final numbers, running the reports, and it'd be ready to roll when I came outside on like cold nights. The 0-2, high and out of the zone, 1-2. That was up in Tennessee when you would get some pretty cold nights. In Florida, you had the AC running. Didn't matter what day it was. 1-2 count, 2 down. Runner at second. Emerson trying to extend the game. The pitch outside wide, 2-2. On deck, top of the order, Cole Young and then Julio Rodriguez. Seattle down to their last strike. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, and that'll end the game. 7-3 your final. Texas over the Seattle Mariners, and they will extend their lead to 2.5 games in the AL West over the Mariners and the Astros. We'll see you tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. Got a jam. Y'all have a good one here in Braves Country. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold, They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence, his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go, and now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart, well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart, goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.